Hey everybody, welcome back. Hope your week is off to a great start. So as you can see, I have worked ahead on the painting that I've been sharing with you. Everything is still being done left-handed. Just wanted to kind of push through a little bit so that hopefully neither you nor I will get bored with this. So let me explain a couple things. This strange substance that you see on the bottom of the painting is actually Liquitex Basics, coarse texture gel. I love working with this medium. I've used it in many of my paintings. Actually, if you watched the videos I posted over the weekend when I talked about my paper doll series, you could see some of the places where I've used it on the brick walls, and I think I even showed you the one where I used a very thin layer on a screen door and try to break it up a little bit. Anyway, that's what I did here. The photo that I'm using for reference that I took myself, the pavement is made up of those tiny little pebbles. I'm sure there's a specific name for that sort of pavement, but I don't know it, so I just call it the tiny little pebble sidewalk when I can get the words out and don't get tongue-tied. Worked on the background, as you can see, put a little bit of a bougainvillea inspired plant over there behind a wall. And what I plan to do as well with her shoes, because they're kind of getting lost at the minute, not that they're really anywhere near close to being done, I plan to use this stuff, the Liquitex modeling paste, and that'll make them stand up a little more so it doesn't look like they're one with the ground. So now that I've gotten you caught up a little bit on the special stuff, and you can see for yourself where I've blocked in her skin tone and just, jumped us ahead a little bit. I'm going to start work on the painting part. So my idea for her dress is to get the colors underneath to where I like them and where they should be. And then the plan will be to use the laser cut iridescent paste, which I've been chomping at the bit to use since I got it. I've never used it before. I've used iridescent medium, but never the laser cut paste, and I've seen it used. My mom's actually using it in one of her paintings, and it looks so cool. So I cannot wait to use it. Let me get it real quick, and I'll show you. I think I showed it in one of my other videos, but just in case you can't picture it at the moment, it's this stuff. Look how pretty that is. I think that'll look nice over that. And like other mediums, you can put the layer, make the layers as thin or as thick as you want them to be. So, I'll tell you honestly, just to talk about this, because I know you've heard me say it before, or maybe if this is your first video of mine that you've seen, my right hand is my dominant hand, so I've challenged myself to use my left hand for this and for several other drawings that I do, and because my goal is to become as proficient left-handed as I am right-handed. I had wanted this painting to come along a lot faster than it is. I have to keep reminding myself when I have those moments of, oh, I should be farther along, or oh, it should be done by now. I have to stop and go, says who? Because this is a learning thing for me, and I'm not on anybody else's time limit. I'm not doing it for like an assignment or a client. I'm doing it for me to push myself as an artist. And I think that happens with a lot of people. We get bogged down with, oh, I should be. Well, if you're learning something new, you know, it'll take time. And if you get bogged down with, oh, I should be as good as so and so, or I should be faster at this, you're not going to enjoy it. And if you're not enjoying it, it's just going to become like another chore, and you're either going to get bored with it, or you're not going to do as well as you could because you're so busy beating yourself up with it or something, you know? So I have to keep reminding myself of that, to just enjoy the learning experience and see what I can do. And I really, if you're watching this, I thank you for watching it, and hopefully rooting for me on that. And I always save drawings and paintings even if they don't come out the way that I want them to. I've always saved them, and that comes from my mom. Because I would get, when I was teaching myself to draw, and sometimes I would get really frustrated because the drawing didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to, or something was wrong with it, and I would just get so balled up, and I'd be ready to crumple it up, and my mom would go, "Don't do that." And then I'd get annoyed because I was like, "Well, it's my drawing." She's like, "Nope, save it so you can look back on it one day and see how far you've come, or learn something, how not to learn, what not to do." And so I got into that habit. And while a lot of the artwork that I have that's mine, I'm very proud of, even if it's, stuff that I've clearly grown since then, there are still several drawings and paintings that I have that I look back and I'm like, let's just hide those so other people don't see them. But I'm still glad that I have them, because I do look back on them and go, oh, I remember when I used to have that trouble and I figured out how to fix it, or so. With the exception of drawings and paintings that I've given away as gifts, or drawings and paintings I've been commissioned for, I probably have just about every piece of artwork I've ever done. Definitely enough to fill my own gallery, and then some, which is something I'd like to do with the well done pieces, not the ones I'd rather not talk about. Obviously. I was watching, speaking of moments of frustration as an artist, I was watching an old episode of the Great British Bake Off, and there was a contestant named Ian, and he, I think they were making baked Alaska, and somebody took his ice cream out of the freezer, which was already having a hard time freezing. Like, everyone's ice cream was giving him trouble, and it was soup, pretty much. And he just picked the whole thing up, and one of the commentators was like, let's see how we can fix it. And he goes, I know how I can fix it. And he threw out all of the components for his baked Alaska, just threw them out and walked out. And I thought, I've definitely had those moments with my drawings, but I think that's part of being an artist, of any kind of artist. You expect the best from yourself, and when it doesn't happen, sometimes you just go, and overreact, but you just got to keep on. I'm not sure exactly why I went off on that whole tangent to start with, but maybe there's somebody who's watching or who's going to watch this that needed to hear that. You're not the only one that gets those moments of frustration with your work, but you got to keep at them, right? I think I'm starting to get a little goopy with her dress there. I'm trying to keep my hand out of your way and turning into a contortionist. The paint may be a little too wet to do much with on this, so, ooh. I've noticed some of the matte paint that I work with is a little bit thin, and when I add the gloss gel to it, even though the gloss gel is thick, it seems like it makes the paint thinner. I haven't figured out why yet, but let's see. That is the neighbor's dog, and then my dogs feel the need to talk back, so. Some people have music playing in the background of their videos. I get neighbor's dogs. I have thought of putting music in my videos, like just have it playing in the background, which is something I may do, but a lot of the music I have has words in it, and I don't really want to do that. One, it's distracting, and two, I don't want somebody going, copyright infringement, and then I have to deal with that. So I'll sort it out. And no, I can't sing for you because no one wants to listen to that for sure. that would definitely be distracting from the artwork. Okay, now these ruffles here, where the material kind of does that, and you can see underneath the material underneath the skirt, need to be worked on. They can't just be that dark flat purple, or it's just gonna look kind of funky. And let's see, where did my purple go? So I might do just a tiny bit of that, and then we have a few minutes left. Well, got just under 5 minutes left. I know the timer on your video is saying something different, but I didn't start my timer for the painting until I actually put the brush down on the canvas. So we got a little bit out of sync with that. Let's see. I think I prefer this working ahead and then coming back later for the videos. I wasn't sure what I was going to think about that, because when I started it, I said that I would work on it here, so it took my brain a minute to go, yeah, to give myself permission to to work ahead a little bit. I've also thought of doing the time-lapse videos, which is something that I want to do, but at the moment I don't have a computer to work on because mine is having an existential crisis. So I for now I'll just do the short videos like this, and then once the computer problem is resolved, I'll definitely will try my hand at some time-lapse videos. In case you're wondering what I meant by my computer having an existential crisis, I will tell you. I opened it up one day to use it, and I noticed it was kind of bulging a bit, and it since cracked the, I think it's called a trackpad. It's not a mouse because it's there on the keyboard area. The battery is expanding, and so I'm afraid to do anything with it and have it explode. And at the moment I can't really afford to get it repaired if it can be repaired at this moment. So it's a fancy paperweight at the moment that's making me kind of nervous, so we'll see. But I've had it for a long time, so it's you know, things start happening to electronics when you've had them for a long time. Let's see. If there's anything else that you all would like to see me work on, like if you have suggestions for different subject matter or a speed challenge, like the first couple of videos that I posted on here were those 15-minute sketches to see how much of I could complete in a drawing in 15 minutes left-handed. If you want to see more of those, or if you have suggestions for a shorter challenge or specific size drawing that you want to see me complete or try to complete in a certain amount of time, feel free to comment below. If you have advice on how I can improve my videos, definitely willing to listen to that too. Just comment down below and let me know what you think. I'd appreciate any suggestions. I'm new to this YouTube thing, obviously. So I'm still trying to figure it out as I go along. Trial and error kind of thing. And any advice would be appreciated. Oh, and that would be the end of the 15 minutes. So thank you for joining me. I'm going to work ahead on this today as well. I also have a commission that I'm working on right now, so I'll be splitting my time between that and getting some of this painting done. So I will be back here again tomorrow, and thank you all for joining me. I very much appreciate your time and you choosing to spend some of your time watching my videos. So any questions, critiques, comments, feel free to leave them below. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I hope that you have an amazing day and an even more amazing week. It just keeps getting better and better for you. So I hope y'all take care, enjoy your day, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye-bye.